morning and welcome back to the eCube server. We're playing TerraFirmaCraft and I'm wearing a steel suit, but a few days ago a friend of mine was asking me when I'm going to get started getting back to my epic builds that I used to do. So today I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on something like that, and I'm going to go ahead and use this chisel for most of it. So let's take a look at what I've been working on for the moment. There. Okay. So here's Al's house. He's chiseled quite a bit of the house, and it looks pretty good for the most part. But I want to build something bigger and grander and do it kind of differently. So I've been working on some ideas here for some pillars. If you guys haven't noticed, over the last couple of years, I love building with pillars. So this is going to be the main focus of my build, is going to be this pillar design. And what I'm looking for is a perfect block that I can copy with a blueprint and then just kind of paste it all over the place. So I'm not sure if I want to go with these 3 strips, because they don't really fit up or match up evenly. So I decided to go with the 2 strips instead, and that looks a little bit better. I don't know, I'll kind of play around with it. Here is a second attempt at making something that I can use as a pattern, because this only has 2 sides, and I'd have to make 3 or 4 patterns for each side. But this one, it's got carving on each side, and I can just copy and paste it all over the place. This one had a little mistake in it right there, so I'm not going to use that. And then for some reason, when it's on the bottom, when it's like next to the ground floor, it gets these strange hash marks in it, which I'm not liking very much. And then I was attempting to carve out a stair. These are the stair mode from the chisel, and then this is using the detailed mode. So we'll play around with it some more, but for today, I mean right now, not just today, but for right now, let's get going on getting started here. I found a spot that I want to build in, and I'm going to go all the way back to my roots, go back to Arch Spore, where I didn't actually build the castle on a flat plane. I actually carved out the inside of a mountain, and that's how I built my castle. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to come up here, and this is going to be my grand entrance right here. I'm going to carve out the inside of this, and to do that I'm going to need some ladders and maybe some stuff. So let me get myself set up and equipped, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I've got myself some ladders and some thatch, which I'm going to use primarily as scaffolding. And then somebody went ahead and dug some hole in here. I think it was me that did it. But what I need to do is I need to kind of mark out an area that I'm going to start working with. So let me grab my shovel and clear off some of this here. To just kind of get it out of my way. This is where the front door is going to be right about here. And then I'm thinking of, I've got these 2 sides here, so I'm thinking I may want to put some pillars here. So yeah, let's go ahead and just clean this off right now. Actually, let's go like that. Think. Alright, another way I can get the blocks that I want is like this. Not detail mode, go like that, and then... Woolly Creeper was saying that doing it this way actually makes it seem like it actually cuts through the blocks a little faster. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need to go back another block so I can get a smooth climb up that. So let me clear this out here. And then I want to be able to collect these blocks because I may want to use them later on for filling in or any other mistakes that I end up making along the way. And I didn't grab myself any torches. Poor me, no torches. Okay, so I'm going to go here and then we're going to go up. I think I'm going to go up to that flat spot right there. Oh, I gotta be careful with that. Alright, so too high. Grab my axe, see if I can remove those ladders that I didn't like. I don't like those ladders. They don't belong there. Alright, get rid of that one, and that one. Okay. Put my pickaxe back. Now, I need to mark out an area for walking. I think I want to go 5 wide. So that looks good, actually. That's 5 wide. Right. Let's grab the thatch. We'll set ourselves up some scaffolding to start with. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn all this into smooth stone. Clear it out. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to start setting up an area where I can have my pillars. So this whole thing is going to be primarily made out of pillars. So how do I want to do that? Okay, that goes all the way down nice and smooth. That does not. I may want to have to build it up. So actually, let's clear that. We'll remove this, and we'll remove that. Okay, that goes down. So I think that's going to work. We're going to go... And this is going to be the corner of one of our pillars. Is going to be right here. Oops. Okay, I guess it's not. Okay, so if this is going to be the roof, or the ceiling, then I need to allow for, I don't know, gotta think about this. So I'm thinking the stairs will go here, and then here's the center part, and it's getting dark, so I need to grab myself some torches, but I want to get this kind of laid out first. And I think it's probably getting too dark for you guys to see, so I'm going to grab some torches and I'll be back in a second as the sun goes down. Okay, while I was going off to grab some torches and a chest, so I can stick the extra rock that I pick up in there. Why is there a... That's weird. Is that from up here, or is that on that little ledge? Let's go down and find out. Oops. Ow, that really hurt. Ow, that hurt a lot. Okay. Head back up. Get a drink of water, and let me show you guys what I'm kind of working on here. So this is going to be one of the pillars. It's going to be the top of one of the pillars, and what I've done is I've gone ahead and carved around the outside of it, all the way around the outside of it, and now I need to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side over here. And then this is going to be the corner of one of the pillars, and then here's another pillar. So there's going to be 2 rows of pillars on each side. There's going to be a walkway of 5 blocks, and then between each pillar is going to be 3 blocks. But each pillar is only going to be a 2x2, but I'm leaving a 4 wide space so that I can carve stairs up in here, probably upside down stairs. I'm probably going to do some kind of arch here in the ceiling, but we'll see how that works out. I may have to chisel all of the ceiling before I can turn it into an arch, because I believe the chisel blocks are not gravity dependent, so I can feel free, or I should be able to be free to carve out the ceiling with the chiseled blocks and then not having them fall down. So once I get the area of this room kind of figured out and where the pillars are all going to be laid out, then I'm going to start digging down. I'm probably going to do the arches first, do the ceiling first, and then kind of work my way down. So let me go ahead and clear out the rest of these pillars, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Not the rain. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I managed to find something I was kind of afraid I was gonna find, and yeah, there it is. It opens into a huge, massive cavern, or cave here. I might be able to do something with this, maybe put like a throne room in here or something, and then maybe cover over the ceiling or something. But yeah, I was kind of hoping to have more room to work with, well, more stone to work with, but this might turn out to be something bigger than I was expecting. But yeah, we'll see what we can do with this huge giant room. But first I want to get these pillars and the entryway figured out, and then there looks like there's a giant huge cave back there. I'll get to that later eventually, but like I said, I want to get these columns kind of worked out first, and then I think I'm going to work on the ceiling. Once I get the rest of this area kind of worked out with these tunnels, get these tunnels carved out the way I want them, and I'm going to start working on the ceiling. But yeah, this is kind of got some possibilities here. A lot of work. Alright, so I'm going to get back to carving this out, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Be right back. Okay guys, unfortunately I'm not able to chisel a block from below. I can only chisel it from above or on the sides. So having to take this a little more cautiously than I thought. So I've carved out this little area. I may come back and put in some support beams while I'm working on the arches here. Now Now I'm not sure how I want to do this exactly. In fact, I may actually come back later and put the arches in afterwards, but let's kind of give it a go here. So I'm going to take out this and this and this and that, and that'll kind of give us almost a V-shaped look to it. And then I'll probably come back and chisel the details out of this. Now I think I want to take out this and this. Maybe. Can I get those? I think so. Alright, so I'm going to try the other side. So I may head back down to the main courtyard down there and work on an arch design, kind of get an idea of what I want to have for the details. That block is not picking up. Come on. There we go. So yeah, I'm definitely not feeling the arches this way. Not really happy about them. Oops, put that there. Make sure to pick up all my extra loose rock laying around. So I'm gonna go ahead and carve out at least that part of it, and I mean maybe down the center. I don't know. I'm hoping for a much bigger, grander feel to it, but I'm just not seeing it at this point. I figure once I've got the rest of it kind of worked out, I should have a better picture of what I'm looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of keep working at it, and I'll put these kind of V shapes in for now, and then after that I'll get back to you and we'll see if we can start working on these big columns here. So I'll be back in a little bit. Be right back. Alright, moon is going down on another day. I cannot see the sun rise from here. There's a mountain in the way. But what I'm going to do next is chisel out these spots and remove this. This is where the I'm going to put in upside down stairs. Is right there, and then the center of the pillar is going to be in here. It's going to be these spots here. But I'm going to go ahead and make everything smooth stone. Until then, jump that up like that. So just imagine these being upside down stairs, and then this being the chiseled stone that I had earlier. And then once that's done, I'm going to start working my way down. I'm probably going to go down 2 layers and then go ahead and start chiseling the pillars. But I'm going to need to go out into the bay and kill some squid so I can get some markings. With the markings I can make blueprints, which will make replicating a bunch of chisel patterns a lot easier to do. At least I hope it will. We'll find out how that goes here in a little bit. I'm probably going to go down like another 2 layers at least. And I'm going through this chisel fairly quickly. So I'm told that when using the blueprints you go through the chisel even faster. So I'm hoping to use up the iron chisel before I start using the blueprints, and then go ahead and start using the steel chisel for that. And then I think I'm going to save the chisel on the flooring. I'm running out of space. I have a chest full of this phyllite, smooth phyllite already, and on that side of the wall is, or that side of the room is becoming andesite, so I'm picking up a lot of smooth andesite too. So there's that. Alright. Okay, well, I'm going to keep working on this. Yeah, I'm still not sure if I like the way this is formed, but okay, so I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to chisel down the floor, and once I've got some blueprints copied and created, I will come back and we'll start chiseling out these columns and see how they turn out. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, I just got back from a very long fishing expedition where I've collected a whole bunch of, well, let me show you where I put them away. A whole bunch of ink sacs, and I made a ton of markings. I didn't realize that it made that many markings. I think it's like 8 per one or 16 for one or something. It was crazy. So I've got a whole bunch of blueprints, and I tried this once before and it ended up crashing my game, so I'm going to try it again and we'll see how it goes. So we're going to call it chiseled column. Chiseled column. Done. Alright. So now I have a whole bunch of chiseled columns, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the, what is it, the steel? No, let's grab one of the other chisels, like this one. Yeah, this one's, I want to try and use up the iron tools before I start getting into the steel tools. Even though I do have the steel tools, I kind of want to use them up. I think that's a mace, not a chisel. Whoa! This door's really laggy. So we're going to head up here into the place. That place up there. Yeah. I kind of wanted to call it a throne room, but it's more of a throne room hallway entrance as of right now. It looks more like a dungeon, actually, but this is only just the beginning. I'm gonna dig down quite a ways down to about there maybe. But let's see how well these columns turn out. Oh, I have to set it to detail block first and then hit it. There we go. Detail, 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 detail. I don't like those little things. Oops. Hopefully I can still use the See, that just looks horrible. I hate the way that looks. Ugh. There goes the chisel, I believe. That one needs to go to detail mode. And that chisel is gone. There we go. See, it's got all those extra lines in it that don't belong there. I just don't like it. I really, really, really don't like it. But we shall keep working at it. Detail, 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 detail. And I guess I can tell if it's a detail block because it has that little red box on it. This one doesn't. Red box, no red box, no red box, no red box, no red box. And these all have red boxes, so we'll hit them with that. See, now these two look good, fine. I like the way those two look, but the top two, it's just, what in the world? Why is it causing these little extra lines in it? I don't like it. But we're going to keep trying it out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and detail up the rest of these columns, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, so I'm out here collecting some sugarcane reeds, and I stumbled across something that I'm not sure if I'm correct about this, but I need to check this to see if it's something important or not. So I've figured I'd do this on camera. So let's pick it up and see what we got here. Garnerite. Garnerite. Yeah, right here in my own backyard. My base is like right over there. And I just found a small piece of garnerite. Awesome! So I'm going to be digging a little bit of a hole here fairly soon. I got to mark this. Hey zombie, how you doing? You come to play too? All right, go away, back off. Yeah. Wow. Ah! I'm so excited. Okay. Hey. Hey. This is my moment. Back off. Alright, so I'm going to finish up working on the castle place, and we'll get back to mining up this garnerite in a little bit. So I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay guys, I think, actually I remember Wooly mentioning this before, but there seems to be a little glitch. My chisel just went ahead and busted just a minute ago, and yet I'm still able to continue making blueprints, or using the blueprints to make these patterns, even though I've got a busted chisel. So I think that's a little bit of a glitch, but it pretty much does burn through the chisel pretty quickly. Yeah, even the steel chisel. So alright, well that is that. Let's see if I can do anything else with this chisel. Probably not. Yep, busted. Okay, so I think that is going to be that. Let's go ahead and bring this barrel down. This, of course, is not the end of what I'm working on. This is just the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out all the rest of this, turn all of these into smooth columns that have been chiseled like this. Hopefully these striations aren't too bad. They do kind of give it a techno look. I don't know if I actually like it, but we're going to keep going with it, and I'm going to have to turn these into upside down stairs at some point. But I think for now this is going to be it for this episode, and at some point we're going to come in here and work on this. I was not expecting such a large, grand room to work with, so this is kind of cool. I might be able to make a big circle out of it. That would be nice to have a big, huge, round thing. I don't know. Lots of ideas to work with, but we're gonna have to do that at another day, a later date. And there goes the sun. All right, so let's turn around here. This is OneWolfe watching the sun go down, chiseling out a huge entrance hallway, and we'll see you guys next time. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye bye.